And we're back. Day 90 of the cut. 240 body weight this morning, which I have no freaking clue how that happened, but definitely not complaining. Today being my max effort bench day, I'm really excited because I finally got a solution for my problem that is me forgetting what I'm supposed to do because I write it down in a book and then I don't touch my book until like after the session to write down everything that I did. But we now got my strength book integration inside of Team Activated. And inside of that, I got the weekly updated team programming that's designed for everyone in there to help them learn how to use conjugate, adapt conjugate for themselves. But I've also got my own programming up in there now for anyone who wants to see what I'm doing or tag along. So first thing on the docket today, got some close grip shoulder saver presses. And I mean, I put it down in the app as a close grip 2 board because not everyone has a shoulder saver pad, but it's close enough that if someone else wants to run it, they can use 2 board and do pretty much the same thing. And you'll see in the program notes that you're supposed to work up to a 7 RBE full range of motion before putting the board down. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Also gonna have to lower the J hooks a hole because that is really absurdly high. Also gonna have to remember to be less lazy with the leg drive after last Thursday's kerfuffle. Still love the sound of the golden plates sliding on a bar. And apparently my arms are shorter than I thought they were because we're gonna have to drop the J's another hole. If I gotta lower the J's another hole, I'm just going home. And I mean, it feels like I weigh 240 pounds, but 2.25. And I'm laughing at myself right now because a big part of me knows that I'm gonna have to take this set kind of seriously to make sure that it doesn't move terrible. And the reason that I'm laughing at myself for that is it wasn't even that long ago that this was a warm-up set for JM presses. So yeah, dieting's fun. You got a set to stand behind me? Should be fine, but I mean, I'm skinny and I'd rather be safe than sorry. Definitely not good, but a little bit better than I was expecting after 2 plates. So we'll go 3 and probably make that our single. And going belt on because hopefully it'll allow me to transfer a little bit more leg drive upstream. Also because it's gonna hold my shirt down so my skin flap doesn't stick out when I'm benching. Because I think the number one reason to not get really fat if you're a 19-year-old lifter that is very tempted to make your entire meal plan donuts like I was, is that loose skin really kind of sucks. And hopefully this rep doesn't suck too much. Better leg drive, better upper back. No. If I get the legs on, I won't fuck up the unrack. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call that my 7 full range. So we're putting the shoulder saver pad on, and plan here is to get at least a couple jumps. And Colin wanted to say something to the microphone based on what I said before that set, but
also, if you take your time and like slowly build up your metabolism while staying lean and building muscle, you'll probably be able to make your entire diet almost donuts and still stay pretty shredded. So
Cole's eating like 7,000 to 9,000 calories a day right now and still has glute striations. But I figure that 335 should be a decently smart jump that should allow us to still climb. Really hoping that the pad taking away like bottom end oomph doesn't totally kick my ass here. Because traditionally, this is my worst board height to press from. But that's also what makes it a pretty good height for me to press from too. 355? We'll go 355. And I mean, other than the leg drive, I think I found something else I need to do better with, because right now it feels like I'm struggling to really lock in because the rollers on these hooks are so rolly that it kind of makes it hard to really torque into the bar. So I'm going to try to be more aware of that and not make it get in my way this set. Stop. Oh yeah. This is me. Yeah, we're going up. And I figure we'll be smart and just go 365. Because when I'm dieting, the top end tends to sneak up on me more quickly than it normally would. Okay, let's wake up.
But before we do that, if you're feeling stuck and don't know what you need to be doing with your programming, your technique, your accessories, your intent, hit the link below and join the team, because it is already so insane the amount and quality of feedback that I'm able to give everyone in there. And it just got even better with that My Strength Book integration, so you can have seamless access to your programming through an app on your phone. Prices are going to be ramping up from $49 a month to $99 a month on April 1st. So if you hop in now, you'll be able to lock in that $49 rate.
Woo! And that's probably close enough to an 8, so I think we'll be smart and make that top single today. And we'll input that 365 into the app, so in a couple weeks, when I forget what I did, I can look back on that. And we got some dumbbell floor presses coming up next. I was just telling Miana that it's funny how I feel about pressing 365 off that, because like, big picture compared to where I want to think I should be, like, it kind of really sucks, but like, picture of where I am right now, I can be pretty damn happy with having that not feel too sketchy in the state of the diet. How's this thing feel?
That thing. We're still feeling, yeah.
Yeah?
Feeling it out.
Yeah? Worth using?
That's potential.
Yeah? Okay. We'll try it later. Because we got a couple movements left before the rear delt rows that I programmed for myself. And we're starting these at hundos, and I'm trying to let dumbbells drift back a little bit to get a little bit extra elbow flexion, kind of making it a little bit JM-y, but it becomes so freaking gnarly in the triceps if you can't tell by that first rep. These are so heavy. Like, last time I dumbbell floor press at TSC, I just dummied the 160s, but hundos are kicking my ass. We'll go up a little bit, and based on how terrible that one was, we're gonna go 115s and not talk in the bottom before the first rep. Okay, more waking up, hopefully less shitty. Yeah, that works at number 1. Because what I got programmed for myself in here is first work set around 10 reps, step up, and see if we can get 6. So I figure we'll give the 130s a decent crank, and we're getting help putting these on my leg because I'm a pansy. Yeah, that's a decent set of 6, and these are so much freaking heavier than the dumbbells at TSC. Holy. Or maybe the diet is just hitting that hard too. Okay, toss those sets in the app, and we got some machine press coming up next. There is a new decline press that I'm really excited to try, so let's go try it. Because the decline touches that surgically repaired pec something special, and every single max pump piece that I've tried here so far, I'm instantly like, this is my favorite piece of equipment ever. So I think this thing has a little bit of promise. I'm gonna pop the bottom up a couple holes just so I don't have to get such a big stretch. And this should give me a better idea what's going on here. Yeah, that is very exciting feeling. But we'll probably need like a decent amount of weight, so straight to 2 and reassess. Need more plates. Because the handles have so much more leverage over where the plates do in the arms that we'll probably need to put a decent amount on here to make it workable. Yeah, we need more plates. I'm actually a little disappointed that the leverage on this thing is so easy, because it'd be way more convenient if 2 plates was a work set. Because plan here is 2 pretty hard sets, 6 to 8 reps, so hopefully we're getting kind of close to that range. Not hard enough, we gotta go up. Okay, hopefully this is enough to have to crank. Bah. There we go. Okay, so we'll rest and see if we can get close to that on set number 2. Okay, let's crank. Yeah, that 6th was definitely an RP 10. So, official review, other than having to load way too many plates on there, that machine is freaking sick. Okay, got her tracked. Just inputted like the plate count into it because I don't know what that machine actually weighs. And next up, we got ourselves some Smith JMs. I know I ran these last Thursday session too, but I really want to stack the JMs at my main bench day just so the hardest tricep thing is where my hardest press is, so that the hardest tricep thing isn't interfering with the hardest press. So to make it a little bit different, I got the handles angled slightly upwards, if you can't tell. But I figure after last week, we should be able to go straight to a plate. And I think the best part of this machine is if I really screw it up, like there's nothing in here, so I can't even drop the bar on my face. Look at me being safe. Hey, may I have help, please? Yeah. Good thing there's no bar over face here. So we're definitely putting these guys back down to flat because that was very not safe feeling. But now that we got that figured out, we'll go plate quarter. It's like with the handles angled up, it feels really nice to lower the JM, but the leverage to flick the wrist back is pretty much impossible. Oh. 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 I think we're gonna go 2. Got spotters here so don't actually die, but what I'm thinking is that running these last week might have been enough to kind of finally wake my triceps up, so let's crank. Ah. Hands not. There we go. Yeah, we're good. Boo. 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 Ah. Yeah, very glad you were here for that. Okay, JM's tracked, and Darrell was talking a really big game about how wonderful this pec deck is, so let's find out if he's full of shit or not. He is not full of shit, holy. And like what he was saying was so nice about it is that the strength curve is just like consistent the whole way through, so it's not like it's really light at the bottom, really heavy at the top, it's just freaking hard the whole way, which is a very nice change of pace compared to the pec deck that I'm used to at the other gym. That is so nice to have that like loaded stretch at the bottom. Wow. And the pad is like really thin too, so it kind of reminds me of doing a dumbbell fly on the shoulder saver because I can just kind of like almost wrap my scaps around it on the backside, get a shit ton of range, and it just feels nice. Woo! We'll go up a little bit for set 2. Okay, up to 45 kilo on the stack, which feels really freaking heavy, so hopefully I don't tear a pec, but once again, a case of what doesn't tear my pec will make my pec stronger, and I was really nervous in the bottom of that first rep because this is quite hefty, which is wild considering it's only like a third of the stack. But this is going to be so freaking good for me, getting both pecs back better. And I have to go lighter to actually get enough reps in there to do what I want it to do on the tissue tolerance front. Because it's like, obviously you need load to make a tendon capable of handling bigger loading, but if you're limited in your ability to access bigger loading due to tendon sketchiness, running higher reps, more time under tension can start to bridge that gap, so that is what we're going for here. Plus, it's a lot easier to dig into that stretch when I'm not actually worried about my pec tearing off again, so win-win. It's getting to make eye contact with Darrell. He's trying to lean out of the way. Oh. Oh, fuck. There's, yeah. This thing is nuts. And like, I really want to join these guys for rear delts on this thing, but I think I'm going to save that for next week so we can go and use the row machine that Joel was just on for rear delt rows. But before we do that, program says we got to jam on some scap plane front raises. Aiming for about 15 chuggy 1 solo run 20s as a feeler set. And the reason I'm doing these in the scap plane with the thumb up is that it makes it pretty much entirely front delt. So it's hard to get the clavicular pec in there to cheat. Like there will be a tiny bit of side, but I'm kind of okay with that because it really just does feel like the best pure front delt contraction I can get on absolutely anything. We'll go up. And we grab 30s, so let's crank. And based on that, thinking, well, just go 30s again and do my best to make it happen. Okay, making it happen. Probably gonna get gross, but we're gonna be okay with that. Woo! Lost count, but I think that was 15. And to be clear, if you guys are running this program, I do want you to hold yourselves to a higher standard of execution than that, while also understanding that sometimes it's okay to get a little bit gross for the sake of crank, as long as it's not all the time. Played with this thing empty when we first got in the gym, and the groove felt freaking insane for rear delt upper back. So I am very excited to give this a try, because even the Pinata machine feels really freaking good. It's a little bit boring using it every single week, twice a week. And I think this will be adequate for that rear delt upper back row intent. Really easy to like guide elbows high and find a little bit of IR as I'm pulling. Try to be more mindful of head back though. Little awkward to rack though. But I mean, unlike the Smith JM, at least the weight is underneath me, not on top of me. Gonna point the camera at my less jacked up shoulder so you guys can hopefully see the elbow high IR intent a little bit more clearly. Because righty, I'm trying to do my best, but we are a little bit limited there in motion by the bone spurs, so left hopefully looks less terrible. Yeah, I'm very okay with this machine. And I have been really liking that machine pull down over there, but having the opportunity to run a cable, which I haven't done since coming here really, gonna take advantage of having it. And this thing is really smooth. Also like the boat handle, so I'm a happy camper, but we need to go up. And as always, trying to go for that slow pull to catch what I want to catch. And then once we caught it, we're gonna accelerate. We'll go up. First one definitely wasn't hard enough to count as a work set. Second one probably wasn't hard enough to count as a work set, so hopefully this one isn't too shitty so we can go up again. And I just looked to my left and saw AJ doing whatever that is, so a little confused, but also intrigued. Anyways, we'll crank. Think we're gonna be able to go full stack. Yeah, we're going full stack. Also lifting the thigh pad up so it's a little bit easier to get into. Goal is to not let this get too shitty. I mean, a little shitty, but I'm okay with it. And next up, we're gonna play on this really neat looking curl machine that I gotta figure out how to adjust to get the feel I want. See if that does it. Yeah, that's gonna let me get some more length. Ooh. Yeah, I'm okay with this. We're gonna dig in. Need more weight, but we'll warm up Righty a little bit too. Oh. Decent jump, so big crank. That is such a good feel. Oh. 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 And like, who would have thunk that having cool arm equipment was going to be all it took to make me take arm training seriously? Probably should have been doing it a long time ago, but we can catch up. Oh. 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 And next up, really tempted to join all of my friends for the standing abs, but I programmed myself something that's going to be a little bit better for my specific needs right now. Because we are going to run more of this bullshit. Ow. Clip my shin with the bench really hard here. But the hope is that running this today, before I do my main sumo deadlift, hips will be a little bit more open for that. That is a gross stretch. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh. Oh. Man, oh man. Oh. And like the goal here is to open up as hard as I can to really try to lengthen those anterior adductors, which is going to help me with scooting hips closer to the bar on sumo. Woo. And that got really hard. And like something that I'm getting asked so much with the team is how the hell am I managing 200 plus people in there? And like, I don't know, but we're doing it and I still got room for more. And I think like the reason I'm saying that is like, I don't know how I'm managing it because I am busy as shit all freaking day long, 7 days a week right now, making sure that everyone in there is getting the attention they deserve. But at the same time, I'm definitely not complaining because it is so much fun to be responsible for helping that many lifters and educating that many lifters and teaching that many lifters how to think about programming. And what makes it even more fun is getting to see how much better the people in there are getting. And that just like gives me more motivation, more fuel, more like, yes, let's wake up at 4 a.m. to start answering stuff. And it's just cool to be able to make this big of an impact at scale. And like, that's the whole reason I wanted to set this up is that like doing one-on-one coaching, there's only so many people that I can help, but the team is letting me give near one-on-one quality to so many more lifters than I ever would be able to. And I mean, it just has me fired up. And like, the more people are in there, the better it gets. And the better it gets, the more I'm excited to pump it because it just keeps getting better and better and better the more people in there because there's more thought process, more answers, more figuring things out, and more problem solving that everyone involved can learn from. So yeah, I am just freaking stoked with how that is coming along, and also stoked with the diet. Just a whole bunch of stoked right now. So yeah, and I don't know what else to say. So thank you guys so much for watching, and so freaking grateful for all of you that are letting me give you some help, whether that be on here or in the team itself. Peace out. Have a good night.